Hello. So it's been a while. I just got back from a lot of different places, and so my friend had the idea he wanted to see me talk about my thoughts about playing some of these hands, so I decided to do maybe one or maybe a few for the women's team trials that I just played in, and actually my team won, so that's very exciting. We'll be going to Poland in September. And anyway, there were a lot of sets that we played, and I just decided to pick this one because we won a lot of imps, so it's fun to talk about. And I remember there being some decisions involved, which, there aren't necessarily a lot of decisions in a lot of the hands. So we played this one in the finals. This was segment 4, and we played it against Baker. And the people who are in Irina Levitina and Carrie Sanborn and Pamela Gramvetter and Joanna Stansby, who, I'm sure you've heard of them. And Sanborn and Levitina are playing like a very straightforward 2-over-1 system, and Stansby Granovetter were playing basically the opposite of that, a really complicated precision, chock full of relays. And I was playing with Beth Palmer, and our teammates were Lynn Dees and Juanita Chambers, and all 4 of us were playing 2-over-1 with 14 to 16 no trumps. So let's get started. Okay, so when we started the set, this was the 4th set of the first day, and we were up by 20 imps. So, which is, not that much, but it's better than being down 20 for sure. And I think this is from a different part of it, so ignore the comments. So the very first board, my partner opened a 14 to 16 no trump. My righty showed showed spades, I think, is what she showed. And I bid 2 no. Levin saw, which was the start of a transfer to diamonds. And the auction progressed 3 spades past 4 spades. And so when the screen came back to me, I was pretty sure that they were making 4 spades. And I did have 7 diamonds, a singleton spade, and we were white on red, so I decided to take the save. Basically just, took the save on my own, and partner certainly could have had a better hand for me. The lack of spade wastage is good, but, they only had 2 diamonds, right? They could have had as many as 4 diamonds even. Anyway, so Pamela doubled on my side of the screen, and it went. And on the other side of the screen, I could tell Joanna actually was thinking for a little bit before passing it out. So she led the 8 of spades, and it went, I played low, and now Joanna thought for another while. And here, when dummy hits, I do a quick evaluation of what's going on. So I'm going to lose 1 spade and a few diamonds, and a club, and some number of hearts. So my goal here is to assume that they're making 4 spades and just try to pick up some imps here rather than lose imps. So I would rather not go for 800. So anyway, Joanna thought for a while and decided, she could see that I could get the clubs for pitches, so she decided to shift to a heart here. And and so thinking about this hand, now I'm thinking that Joanna is something like 6304, since she did think over 5 diamonds doubled. So I can sort of guess then if that would give Pamela ace check 4th of diamonds, and that she would not be able to cross to her partner to lead a heart through. So I just played a club to set up some pitches for my hearts. And Joanna grabbed this trick and played Queen of Hearts, heart. And so then I roughed a spade to my hand, and basically here I'm leading a diamond up. And at this point I'm thinking that that Pamela has ace jack 4th of diamonds. So I played a diamond to the 7, which basically ensures that I don't lose more than 2 diamond tricks for minus 500. If I play diamond to the king and Joanna shows out, then I'm going to be pretty sad. So unfortunately, this loses to the stiff jack, so I could have gotten out for 300 if I had seen all the hands. But I think that still, this play here basically ensures that If I can count on my teammates to get to a game, then we'll pick up at least 3 imps. Or exactly 3 imps anyway, and then etc, etc. Okay, so that was the first board, and our teammates did get to game, so we did pick up 3 imps on this board. The other table, they didn't open a no trump, so my hand has a lot less information about saving. Okay, this hand is embarrassing. So, North opens a club and East doubles, with some hands I would choose to redouble, but with this hand I just thought it would be too hard for me to describe my hand if I started with a redouble. Since I'm kind of like an in-between strength, I have a partial club fit, and I have both majors, I just thought it would be too hard to describe. So I decided to start with 1 spade, and West jumped to 3 diamonds, which was alerted to me as non-invitational. And went pass, and I continued with 3 hearts, which was my plan. And I don't know what I would have done if partner had tried 3 no trump. Probably would have just passed it. But partner raised to 4 hearts, so there we were. And this is the reason this hand is embarrassing, is that I went down in a cold game. As you can see, basically all you have to do is take a 1 spade ruff and then draw trumps. But actually it's not quite that simple. So they led the queen of diamonds, and I won the ace, and pitching a club. And so I did think about it for a while because, it's not necessarily right to take the club pitch immediately, because if West, first of all, if one of the club honors is onside, then I can definitely just lose 1 club anyway. And here, at this point, I was thinking that the ace of clubs was with the East hand. So if I lead a spade up and duck it, for example, it's not... Also, even if both club owners are offside, it's not clear necessarily that West can even get in to lead a club through, even if both club owners are offside. But eventually, what I decided to do was to take the club pitch immediately, on the basis that I thought that West had 6 diamonds for their jump. So that would make the shapes, that would give East 3 diamonds. So even though I'm a little worried about getting tapped out, this would, East would only be able to play 1 more diamond, so I would still have equal trump length with them. And I didn't really think it through that much. Like, it probably should have taken a little longer to construct more hands. I think that basically I was playing West for something like Queen Jack 6 of diamonds and roughly out, but that would kind of give East a 1 no trump overcall rather than a double. Although you can never tell with some people's tendencies. So if you don't take the diamond pitch now, you can just play a spade up, and when East splits, you duck, and then they play something, and you ruff a spade and basically draw trumps, making. Oh, what happened here? Jesus, how did I make this show up? Put this Stansby, it says. Gosh. Okay, well, I just threw it over there. Hopefully it's fine. Anyway, so there, I got rid of it. So if that happens, but now look what happens if you do take the pitch immediately, which I did, and now I decided I didn't really have any reason to duck this, so I won it and played a spade. And now East, because they have 4 diamonds, can play a diamond, so you ruff. And I could tell when they didn't shift to a trump that probably the spades were 3-3, which would give East 4 hearts. So now I ruffed a spade, and I kind of have a little bit of a problem here. Basically, what I really should have done here is ruff with the 9 of hearts. And this would have allowed me to make the hand whenever East is 3, 4, 3, 3, because I could lead the Jack of Hearts, and she could either win or duck it, but assuming that East has the Ace of Clubs. So if she's 3, 4, 3, 3 with the Ace of Clubs, she's going to be end played into either playing a heart for me, or playing Ace of Clubs and a club. So by not ruffing with the 9 of hearts here, I basically had to guess whether East had Ace 10 fourth of hearts or West has stiff heart. And notice that on the actual layout at this point, I can no longer make it because East will always be able to tap me and score their 4th trump. But, I'm still playing for a layout where I can make it. So I decided to play the odds and run the 9 of hearts on this trick, losing to the 10, which, doesn't matter that much when East turns up with the 4th diamond. It's just a matter of under tricks. And then the hand, yeah. So that was not great. At the other table, they didn't play game. So we should have picked up a few imps here. Instead, we lost a few imps. Oh, this is another bad one. So we had a little bit of a bad start here. Although actually it's not that terrible. So anyway, I passed because I can't really think of what I could open with this hand. And West opened a weak 2 diamonds and North doubled. And it went past to me. And actually this is a weird problem for me because I had a variety of things I could do. But what we do play is that 2 no trump is natural here. So we don't play Lebensaal over the 2 diamond bid, which means that if I had elected to bid 3 clubs, it would not specifically show values or anything like that. And the reason we play 2 no as natural is that it's a lot less useful to play Lebensaal when there's only one suit that you can really Lebensaal for. So here I was with a little bit of a problem. I was definitely much too strong to bid 3 clubs, and I didn't really want to jump to 5 clubs, because here I am sitting here with a spade void, and the opponents are preempting diamonds. So I'm really thinking that partner has some sort of a strong hand with spades over here. Didn't really want to jump to 5 clubs, and partner was planning to pull into spades, and I really don't have a great hand for spades. So, it's possible we would be going down in 5 spades. Partner doesn't really have that much club support for me. Oh, why does this keep happening? Anyway, so I had kind of a problem here. I also didn't really necessarily want to get past 3-0 in case that was the spot to play. So eventually what I decided to bid a natural 2 no trump, which is a little weird. But I thought that if partner was actually just a normal takeout double, the little extra, they would see that, we have a red game, they would certainly kick it in. If they had a strong hand with spades, then they would be able to bid their spades at the 3 level, and we would be able to, hopefully find our best strain. And what partner actually had here is a pretty huge hand, 7, 14, 18, a 22 count balanced. And they decided, not unreasonably, to just raise to 3 no trump since I'm a passed hand, and I could have jumped to 3 no, but I elected to just bid 2 no. It's unlikely that we really have a slam here. So we played 3 no trump. And on the diamond lead, I took the percentage play in clubs, which it came in. And so I didn't think at the time that 3-0 was necessarily that bad of a result. I could see that we were not making 6 clubs, since they were going to play ace of diamonds and ruff a diamond. And also you do have to guess the club suit in order to make any slam. So, I wasn't too torn up about this board. As it turns out, they had a sensational result at the other table to get to 6 no trump. And the other table, they opened 3 diamonds and went double, pass. My hand jumped to 5 clubs, and North bid 6 no trump, which was a great result for them. So they did very well on this board, and they picked up a few imps. So then, so now the match is almost tied. We're still up by 4 imps. Luckily, we have a few good results coming up. So here I opened 3 diamonds, and we play that 2 diamonds is multi, so I wouldn't have been able to open 2 diamonds, but I think first seat white on red I would always open 3 diamonds anyway, even if I had a 2 diamond bid available to me. And my diamond texture is pretty good. I'm not that worried about getting doubled in 3 diamonds and having it be right for the opponents. So I opened 3 diamonds, and my partner made a made a little bit of noise, 4 diamonds, and this kind of boxed East in here, and they were basically forced to bid 4 spades. I went pass, and my partner thought that she could beat 4 spades. So she doubled, and if you look at all the hands, you can see that they do make 5 clubs, but unfortunately, no one really knows enough to run on this auction. West has a singleton and 2 trumps, and so they aren't really expecting that they have a better spot than 4 spades doubled. So here I was on lead, and I ended up making a very weird lead on this hand. I think most people would lead the ace of diamonds just to take a look at the dummy and try to figure out what they should do. My other consideration was a trump, because partner, when they bid 4 diamonds here, usually they have a pretty decent hand with stuff in all the suits. So the only thing that we're really worried about the dummy-wise is maybe if dummy can ruff some things. So that would give a trump consideration. And then I didn't consider a heart because between clubs and hearts, I would rather lead from my 3 small than jack third, just much less likely to blow a trick. So I was thinking for a while, and eventually I decided to lead a club. And the reason I decided this, right or wrong, is I thought that the worst case scenario would be if I led the ace of diamonds, it got ruffed, dummy had some good diamonds that were set up, they got to ruff something, and then they pitched some things. That would be like the end of the world. They might make 4 spades. And if a trump seemed kind of unilateral, because, we might need to play on one of the side suits, and I didn't know which one. And so what I decided is that if I led the deuce of clubs, the defense was probably just going to be really easy, and I couldn't really imagine the contracts making on a deuce of clubs lead. So, I decided to lead it just to simplify the defense. And actually leading the deuce of clubs has had the unintended effect of kind of screwing Declare. If you'll notice, partner does have a stiff club. And Declare doesn't really know where the stiff is. They might have guessed it wasn't with me because I took a very long time, but you never know. So here Declare, if you notice actually, if trumps are 3-2, then they can actually make this contract. So what they did was they decided to play for that, I guess. And they probably do best if they can see all their hands to go up with the ace of clubs and lead a heart up. And then I think they can get away with down 1. But on the deuce of clubs lead, you can sort of see that East and West are kind of cut off here. And on basically any other lead, they would just be able to drive out the trumps and eventually get to the board with the club. Because, so let's say I lead the ace of diamonds and shift to a club. So they win, they play ace king of spades and a spade, partner wins, and they can play a diamond, but then they ruff, play another spade. The point is that I can never get back in to play that second spade to cut them off from the board. Without leading the ace of diamonds, now partner can get back to me with a diamond, so I can finish severing the hand. So anyways, it turned out to be the best lead. But so Declare played ace king of spades, and now they could still get out for down 2 if they guessed the hearts, but not unreasonably they chose to play North for the jack of hearts. So when North was in, they were forced to lead a heart and they hooked it for down 3. And our teammates on a lower auction managed to get to 5 clubs, so we pick up a bunch of imps here, 16 imps. So now back to 20. So the next board, it went pass, and I can, at the other table they opened a weak 2 spade bid, which propelled north-south to 5 hearts. And then they guessed the hearts wrong to go down 1. And I can totally understand not preempting with 6-4 in the majors. My personal style is just to bid, so I would have opened 2 spades. And I like to open with the side queens because they always end up taking tricks after you preempt. But so without the bid here, My partner opens a heart, I bid a no trump, planning to give a 3-card limit raise, which I do, and my partner kicks it in. And East leads a spade, which West makes a little discovery play here to try to figure out where the Queen of Spades is, and she finds out. And now my partner, has no information on the hand, so she plays hearts the way that would allow her to pick up 4 hearts on the West, which is a heart to the ace and hooking a heart. So now on this trick, East pitches a diamond, so she decides to take a diamond finesse to the 10 holding and draws trumps. And East here, is guarding both the minors and actually has pitched all their spades. So when she plays the king of clubs, East wins, and they can't actually cash their spade. So East gets eventually squeezed in the minors for 12 tricks. And I did comment, well done, all the match points. But actually we won a few imps as well. So moving on to the next board. So I went pass, and West opened a strong club here. And they continued this auction. West bid 1 heart, which continues the relay, and they have some relay stuff. And basically, West decided to game force. Opposite could be 0 points. So they were very lucky that their partner turned up with some number of high card points. So now my partner led their 4th best club around to the jack, and Declare started to play on hearts. And we can sort of see that Declare only has 1 entry to the board here. So we both ducked this heart. As it turns out, if I could see all the hands, I could tell that I needed to grab this heart and shift to the jack of spades, which would leave Declare short 1 trick, I believe. That would give them 4 clubs and 3 diamonds and 1 spade for only 8 tricks. But, I couldn't see all the cards, so I made a normal play of ducking the heart. My partner won the next heart. And I had signaled for the diamond suit by playing my hearts low-high, because I figured it was better for partner to lead a diamond than a spade, away from whatever honor she had, so she did shift to the 8 of diamonds. And now Declare is home free, basically. When she let us club up, my partner threw in the queen, which basically deprives her of 2 club entries to the board. So without this, she decides to give up on hearts and just take a spade finesse, losing. And my partner exits passively. And here, basically, I could tell that Declare is basically playing for over tricks here. So I wasn't entirely sure of the count of the hand. I thought it was possible my partner led the 8 of diamonds from 8, 7, 3rd, so I pitched a diamond and they made an over trick. At the other table, I went 2-0, pass, and East transferred to hearts, and their partner bid 3 hearts, which for them play shows a 2-card holding. So now East decided to just let them play 3 hearts, and which went down, so we lost a few imps here. Alright, so now this was kind of an interesting board. This thing keeps appearing. So East opened a precision 2 clubs, and I have like a whole slew of bids available to me, like multiple numbers of diamonds, but what I decided was a little weird. I decided to just bid 2 diamonds, because I wanted to see how the auction was going to develop before I committed with my hand. I thought I had a hand where I could easily save in some number of diamonds, and I thought that I had kind of a pure enough hand that I could even basically solo a save if the auction developed a certain way. But what I didn't want to do was bid 3 or 4 diamonds and then not really be able to bid again, because I didn't know if the opponents were happy where they were or unhappy. So here I made kind of a weird bid, definitely, by bidding 2 diamonds. But anyway, so West bid 2 spades, and my partner bid 3 hearts, and East jumped to 4 spades. And now clearly the auction has developed in a way where I don't want to be saving anymore. Since partner has the suit that I'm void in, and they ended up playing in my jack and one. So my partner led the ace of diamonds, and the real way to beat this contract is if she starts either, I think if she starts a trump or if she starts a heart, we can beat this legitimately. Maybe actually, I don't think even if she starts a trump, we can't beat it. She has to start a heart. But that basically now Declare roughs this trick and has to decide what to do. And she has a few lines, basically. She can try to rough some things back and forth, but if she does that, she's going to be short one trick unless the jack of spades is doubleton, which it is. But she can't really see all the hands. So she decided to just hope that I had a heart and lead a heart off the board to try to cross and rough something. And in this kind of position, I didn't really know what my partner's heart holding was, but I did know that she didn't have a strong enough heart holding that she could lead it. And I could sort of tell that maybe hearts were 6, 4, 3 around the table. So, and also looking at my hand, I can see that I have clubs locked up. So it seemed like roughing this trick, even if partner had something like the ace queen of hearts, her tricks weren't going away. And if Declare had the ace of hearts and they could cross and rough things, then that might actually be a disaster. So I thought that it was important to rough this trick, which I did, and then play a spade to try to cut down on the roughs. And if I didn't have such a good club holding, the hand would be a lot harder to defend. But since I do, I kind of know that East-West don't really have any club tricks. So they're only getting tricks basically in spades. And, obviously no diamond tricks, right? So after this start, East-West is basically just always going down one. And at the other table, they sold to 4 diamonds, which also went down one. And 4 spades is not an unreasonable contract. It's a pretty good game, a pretty good vulnerable game. So we actually got a little lucky on this board that it went down. Speaking of lucky, so this board is interesting. So East-West play a relay system. And I actually play a relay system when I play strong club. But I don't play relays after opening at the 1 level, like the limited 1 level bid. And you can kind of see why here. So they relay. And here, I believe East finds out that West is 5-2, 4-2. And they kind of have a guess as to what suit to play in, or what strain to play in. Sorry, and not unreasonably, with 2 small hearts opposite 2 hearts, they decided to play in their stronger spade fit, in their 5-2 spade fit. And so herein lies the problem, I think, with relays when the hand strengths are split, is that you really need to know if partner's texture in the suit is good or not. On a normal auction, West would be able to insist on no trump, even if East showed some doubt about hearts. But here, I assume they don't necessarily have a way to ask about suit texture. So knowing that we had a 9-card heart fit, East decided to play 4 spades. And as you can see, they have enough assets actually that it may not have burned them on every single hand, but on this one with the spades 5-1, 4 spades is a little bit of a problem here. So partner leads the queen of diamonds, which I do like to lead from queen jack doubleton because it's never giving anything up, and it might work out for your side. So West had to decide what to do in spades, and they decided to play a spade to the jack queen, and now from at this point they're always going down in 4 spades. So this is a pretty random swing just based on system. Very unlucky for them that they had ace king of hearts opposite 2 of them, and the rest of the hand, not much to it. If she had played a spade to the ace, the spades and the hand are such that actually she could have made 4 spades, but I mean that's just pretty random to play a spade to the ace, I think. So we picked up a few more imps here as our teammates got to a normal 3-no trump. So now West opens 1 spade, and my partner bid 2 hearts. So I raised to 3 hearts, and West couldn't bid 3 diamonds, so they bid 3 spades. And North bid 4 hearts, and East, holding a singleton and ace-jack 4th of trumps, and their partner took 2 bids opposite a passed hand, not unreasonably doubled 4 hearts. Of course, I was looking at my hand with queen 10 4th of trumps, and knowing that my partner didn't have to bid 4 hearts, because it's not like they were backed into bidding 4 hearts. So I kind of expected us to be making it, really. And my partner, when I put down dummy, is obviously very happy to see that 4th trump, because she only has king 5th. And in terms of the double, it's a totally reasonable double. Obviously, you would rather have a stiff spade and 2 small diamonds, because then that would increase the likelihood that you're taking a few spade tricks. But as you can see on this deal, with the king of diamonds on side, only 1 spade trick, and you can't really get any club tricks. 4 hearts is just basically cold on any defense, and it's basically impossible to go down no matter how hard you try. And on the other table, they did also double 4 hearts, and here she let her singleton diamond and crossed in spades to get it rough, but then my partner basically had no problems here. The spade spots are good enough that she had 100% line just by roughing out the spades, so she didn't even have to guess the club suit for making 4. So that board was actually a push. So now my partner opened 1 diamond and went I think they overcalled a heart, yeah. So I made a negative double. Obviously I have 4 diamonds, but I can always show those later. And West jumped to 3 hearts. And my partner, not surprisingly, passed. And back around to me. So I bid 4 diamonds. And usually I would expect to be going down 1 and 4 diamonds, just because feels like a lot of the times we're going to have 4 losers, like a heart and maybe 1 in each suit or something like that. But certainly we could be making 4 diamonds. And here I did catch my partner with 5 diamonds, which was great. Certainly I'm never passing out 3 hearts because, you know, I don't know what they're making, I don't know what we're making, and I never showed my diamond fit. And here partner could even have 6 diamonds or something like that. My hand is just also too strong to pass out 3 hearts. So anyway, so I bid 4 diamonds. Same auction at the other table. And East has kind of a hand where they have stuff in all the suits. And so they decided to lead a diamond. Basically to try to cut down on roughs if that happens to be where Declare might be getting tricks. I'm not entirely sure about this lead just because your stuff in all the suits is not that great. I think that you can't really tell necessarily if you have enough stoppers in the suits that you don't want to try to, like, you know, do something attacking. But so the diamond went to the ace, and West, you know, kind of, it's possible she could have found the club shift because she can see that she has 3 small spades behind dummy's queen 10 4th. But she did trust that partner had the other suits locked up to lead a trump, so she continued to trump back. And so now it's a little too late. Declare can always play a spade to the ace, which is what happened, and a spade back up. And with this friendly spade layout, the club goes away and we're making 4. And I think at the other table they led the ace of hearts and found the club shift, so we picked up a few imps here. So on this deal, East opens a heart, and I didn't have a bid, so I passed. West bid is no trump, which I think they play shows spades. And my partner overcalled 2 diamonds, and East jumped to 3 hearts. And I didn't really have a 4 diamond bid, I thought. And I believe they also did not make a 4 diamond bid at the other table. And so West bid 4 hearts, and I certainly don't have the right kind of hand that I can unilaterally save, so I just passed. And here, as it turns out, the best lead for our side, I think, is if I lead a diamond, which will prevent partner from potentially getting end played later on in the hand. But here I thought the easiest way to beat this contract was something like spade to the ace, and then a ruff, and then a diamond to the ace, and then she could uppercut in spades, basically, even though East has only 2 spades. I had 10-4, so I was hoping that maybe we could set up another heart trick for me. So I did lead the queen of spades, and declare drew trumps. And I played my hearts up the line here, just to let partner know I had the king of clubs. And now declare played a spade and partner won. And she kind of has a problem here. She can see that she could get out a spade, which declare would ruff. But she's a little worried that, declare's gonna end play her. So she decided to cash the ace of clubs, get it out of the way, and now declare basically can't go wrong in the club suit, so they're always making 4. As it turns out, I think if she exits a spade and declare ruffs, and now she plays a club to the queen, to the low queen ace, and now she gets out another spade, then I think that declare may actually go down if she doesn't read the position. But I think she really should, because she can tell that my partner has 5 spades and at least 5 diamonds, probably 6 because I didn't raise or anything like that. Singles and heart, and probably no more than 1 club. So I think that declare is probably going to go right here by basically... Oh, well, actually, I mean, it's possible that declare can get tapped out before they can set up their 4th club trick. So anyway, it's possible we could have beaten this, but I think declare may always be able to make it double dummy. Although if I do lead a diamond, she may have problems here. Maybe not. Anyway, so at the other table, West tried 3-0 and went pass, and South decided to throw in a 4-diamond bid. And so North obviously saved over their 4-heart bid now, so we lost a few imps here. Alright, so getting down to the wire. This hand was pretty sad at both tables. So I opened a heart, which is not for everyone, I know, but I generally like to open at the 1 level as much as possible, so that's what I did. And it went pass, and partner it's like a 3 count, pretty terrible hand. And we don't usually pass our opening bids that much, and certainly not with 4-card support when we're white. So she tried 1 no trump, which was semi-forcing, knowing that if I passed and it went all pass, it would be totally fine. So East obviously doubled, and I bid 2 hearts, not really wanting to play in 1 no. And it went pass, and East doubled again, and went pass, and Pamela bid 2 no trump, which on my side of the screen was described as 2 places to play. And East bid 3 no trump. I think she did say that they do play, that 2 no is 2 places to play in a lot of auctions, but I think she kind of assumed that without the heart raise, that maybe her partner did intend it as natural, and she certainly had a really good hand if it was natural. So here, Pamela was thinking for a while, because she knew that her partner's bidding was very weird, to double and double again, and then raise 2 no 2 places to 3 no. So she thought for a very long time before passing 3 no. Obviously my partner was thrilled to be leading against 3 no, so she led the queen of hearts. And Joanna did say that she should have bid 3 hearts to double check. But I encouraged, and we quickly took our 6 hearts. which saved our teammates at the other table because his hearts, they had a little bit of an accident and it stopped in 4 clubs, which at least is a positive score. So we picked up, I think, 7. If you look at both hands, you can see that you're cold for 6 clubs, and you can even make 7 clubs if you drop the king of diamonds, which you would have no reason to do on their auction since they open 2 hearts. But on my auction, you probably would not hook into the king of diamonds since I opened at the 1 level. So now my partner opened a normal club, and East preempted 3 diamonds. And I don't have quite enough hand to bid 3 spades. I'm not the kind who like super cares about the suit quality, but mainly my hand is just not good enough to bid 3 spades. I don't really want to be forcing my partner to do something. So I doubled, and West bid 4 diamonds. And my partner passed, obviously, and it went pass, and again, I just don't have enough hand to do anything else. So I passed it out. I was pretty happy to defend 4 diamonds. I thought it was likely they were going to go down 1 trick, because I had enough stuff that I didn't think they were going to be making it, but I didn't have enough stuff that I wanted to be declaring, really. So here I have a nice sequence to lead from, so I did choose to lead from that. And partner threw in the queen of spades, which is fine because I can see that it's not giving anything up, right? So declare a cash the ace of diamonds and unblock the jack of spades and try to heart up. And basically, she will make this contract if I have the ace of hearts and duck it. And then, you know, I mean, that's her only real play. So ace of hearts is offside, so then she claimed for down 1. And at the other table, they had a pretty funny result. They're in 1-0 in the East, making 3, and I'm not going to tell you how that happened, so if you're really curious, you can go check it out on Foodgraph Archives. So here my partner passed, and we do open pretty light. We open 11 counts, but I think she decided vulnerable that this 11 count was not quite good enough. And I think East passed, and I opened a club in 3rd, and West jumped to 2 hearts, which shows, I think they play it as 9-13 with a good suit. And my partner has a pretty normal negative double, and East bid 3 hearts, which kind of boxed me in here. I was going to rebid 2 spades, but now that they bid 3 hearts with the 5-4-2-2 shape, I felt like, you know, I really kind of have to bid here. So I bid 3 spades. And my partner, you know, I mean, we're playing imps. It's a vulnerable game. She has 11 high card points, although the queen of hearts is probably of dubious value. And she also does have a double fit with me, so she decided to kick it in. And we're kind of like the 10 of spades away from it being a game that we want to be in, red imps, I think. So this would all pass. And they led the ace of hearts and continue to heart, which kind of is good for me because now I can see what's going on the hand. East shifted to the queen of diamonds. So I know that my West opponent has the ace of hearts, the king of diamonds, and they promise 9-13 points. So basically they must have the king of spades for their bid. So I hoped that it was singleton. It wasn't. And so then we lost a spade and a diamond, and I claimed. All right, so now I think, even though it says it's the second to last board here, this is actually the last board. Here, East has this 14 count, and they play a very weird no-trump range, which is, their no-trump range is kind of like, it's like 12-16, but it's like 15-16, and if they have a 14 count, they must have a 5-card minor, and if they have a 12-13, they must have a 5-card. It's something weird. Anyway, the point is this was not a 1-no-trump opener for them. So they opened a precision diamond, could be short as 0. I passed. And they bid a heart. My partner overcalled 1 spade. And they made a little negative double, which for them shows 4 hearts. And the reason they do this is sometimes they don't have 4 hearts for their 1 heart bid. Don't ask me exactly when that is, but so she showed 4 hearts, and I didn't really have a bid. And West only had a 7 count, so she signed off in 2 hearts. And it has my partner leading diamond, but actually she led a club, which went around to the 8 jack, and she claimed making 4, giving us 2 spades and a diamond. Now, at the other table, they did get to 4 hearts after East opened 14 to 16 no trump, and West decided to try for game by bidding it and hoping that they make it. And now the way that, and my hand actually led the ace of spades, which allows them to easily set up a spade pitch, a club pitch or whatever on the spade. And as it turns out, if you play it in the east, it can always go down on the 10 of clubs lead, I believe, but it's called always from the west. So we picked up a few more imps to end the set. So here you can see that we won this set 71 to 32. It was a pretty exciting set, actually. A lot of imps scored, only 2 pushes throughout the entire set, which, funnily enough, our 2 pushes were 4 spades doubled, making, and then 4 spades down 1. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to email me or comment or whatever. Anyway, goodbye.